Good morning, everyone. Welcome to JU-I's channel, and it's such a lovely Thursday here in Orlando. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for waking me up this morning and waking up all those that woke up. I hope you folks say the same thing every morning. You have to thank your Almighty for that. You're supposed to thank him for everything, but at least if you don't, well, thank him for that and the food that you put in your tummy. And yeah, you see these containers right here? This is beet leaf tea. I cut the leaves off the beets. You know, I got some yesterday. They had a lot of them at the pantry. And you know, Sonia, our team leader, you know, she was like, Jennifer, aren't you going to take some beets home? And I was like, okay, I'll take some. So yeah, I brought me some home and I cut the leaves off. I washed them well. And then I add some water to a pot. And then I boiled it. I boiled it till the leaves are so soft, it melts in your mouth. After that, I let it sit there for a while, because it was mighty hot. And then later on, I strained it and ta-da, this is what you get. You can add a little honey to it if you want, but me, I prefer to drink it plain. I had me a cup full last night and it was so refreshing. It doesn't taste bitter or nothing like that. It tastes very good. I'll tell you what beet leaf tea does for your body. It lowers blood pressure. It also improves athletic performances by enhancing oxygen delivering and support for liver and brain health. It improves circulation while boosting the immune system, and overall, it contributes to heart health by reducing risks of stroke and heart disease. It does a lot for you. And as you know, I've mentioned that my blood pressure was like going up and down, up and down. So besides taking my blood pressure medication, this is something good for me to drink. So, I'm going to be drinking this because it is going down, but it goes up and down. So, this is very good for that, for your whole entire body anyway. And you can Google that information if you don't want to take my word for it. You can Google it, folks. I know a lot of young folks probably wouldn't even be messing with this, but y'all need to, especially athletes. And lots of people suffer with high blood pressure, believe it or not. So if you don't want to be on medication, try drinking beet tea and you'll be on your way to a healthier life. And see, these are the beets right here. I got me some. See, I cut the leaves off. They were long. I cut them off and I washed them, So here we go. These are two that was left from what I had the last week, excuse me. But see, I've been cooking them, you know what I'm saying? So, yep. We didn't get any onions and stuff like that, but we got potatoes and we got some avocados. These are green, they're not ripe yet, but you have to put them in a dark place so they can become ripe. And I got me some more apples, and some bananas and some tangerines and a few oranges, you know what I'm saying. And I also got this tiny little watermelon. This is so cute. They were box loads of this. So we put 2 in each person box. And I got me a lot of limes, as you can see. You know, the limes are so big like lemons. These I had from before. I bought these from the Walmart, but these right here, because you know the pantry was closed last Wednesday, so yesterday, you know, we got a lot of stuff. Lemons galore. They have boxes of, no, lemons, excuse me, limes, you know. I'm gonna cut one. Oh, and we got a lot of garlic, you know, bags of garlic. She also said, Jennifer, aren't you gonna get some garlic? Yeah, you know, I love cooking me some garlic. Sometimes I grind it up and I eat it raw with my salad or without salad. It burns a little, but burning is good, you know. And I got me some butter and stuff, you know. Some butter and a smart butter, you know. And I got me 2 dozen eggs. They had boxes of eggs. Look at my refrigerator. Look at my refrigerator. And believe it or not, I cleaned out my refrigerator. I threw out stuff that I had in there. And, well, some of it I threw out. And I got me some eggs, you know. I told you. It's right here on the bottom. Yeah. I'm going to give some to my brother. And I got me some sausages, you know, for breakfast and stuff. The brown and serve. And the prices went up on these, y'all. Yeah, so I got me a whole box full right there. I just showed y'all. I'm going to give some to my brother, too. Yeah. And I got this turkey right here. This little turkey. You know, you can slice it to make sandwiches and stuff. I'm going to give that to him, too. And, yeah, you know, it's good to stock up on food, folks, because food is expensive. And if you can get it from the pantry, you better get up and go out there and buy your, no, you better get up and go out there and get what you can get. I am dead serious. Pretty soon, it's gonna be scarce. It's already becoming scarce, you know. I keep my pantry stocked up. Yeah, I keep my pantry stocked up. I have corned beef. I make sure I stock up. And I got me some more cookies, you know. And these popcorns right here, these are so good. I'm telling you, for when you're sitting down and watching the tube. And this is another one. I bought this from, I bought Corn Fusion. These taste good. There's no nuts in it. I bought these from Marshall's, you know, they're very good. And, you know, I got me walnuts. Yeah, you know, I make sure, you know, I gave away a lot of cereal to Ralph and stuff. You know, I'm not a cereal girl, but I just keep it. So that's some fresh packs that I have up in there, you know. Yeah. And, you know, Cummins is good. I'm getting ready to make my mixture with my lime and some cumin and my cayenne pepper. You know, that cleans out your inside, you know, when you wake up in the morning and stuff like that, you know. Cleans out everything in there. And yeah, you know. Oh, let me show y'all what Terry gave me. She came to my house and she delivered it. This is it, y'all. A fan, y'all. And you can charge your phone with it. Look at it. It is so cute. She went to Apopka to visit her daughters. And she called me and she told me about it. And she said she was going to bring it for me. I probably won't be using this because I'm not going to be walking around with this stuff, holding it in my hand, but it's very nice. I might end up giving it to my other granddaughter because I bought one. I'll show you. I bought one for Paige, so I'll probably give that to Skylar. I'm quite sure she probably have one. If she don't want it, I'll just keep it because it'll come in handy anyway. And yeah, I just changed my my Airwick plugins, you know. Some was empty, so I changed like 4, you know. Make the house smell nice, you know. And I got me some Hollister perfume. I had bought this probably 2 weeks ago from Marshall's, you know. It smells really good, and it's in this nice little container, you know. If you're going out somewhere, you can slip it in your bag. But I don't really like traveling with stuff anymore because certain places I go, you know, they don't allow the size or whatever. And I am not going to be giving up my perfume. I'm a perfume freak. Of course, I wash my body off. I don't just put it on over a stench body. You know what I'm saying? We all have body odor and stuff like that, but I love to bathe and clean myself and then refresh myself with the perfume and stuff like that. And yeah, I also had gotten this from Marshall's about around the same time I bought that. This smells so good. I love to use this when I get out the shower. I don't use it all the time, but yesterday I wore it to the pantry and I was smelling it so good. Oh my God, because you can smell it. This right here, Bath Bubbles from Marshall. I love this. So when you get out the shower, you just spray it on. You know, I had to get me 2 of these. Yeah. And Candies. I know a lot of you heard of Candies. Well, this perfume right here, this smells so good. I put this on when I'm going out. I don't put it on every day, you know, but when I'm going out specifically, you know, I love the smell of this. And believe it or not, this is the last bottle I had, and you see it's running down. So guess what I did? I ordered me 3 more. You know, I ordered 3 more because I didn't see it at Marshall's anymore. I saw some at Marshall's, but they had the plain pink. Of course, I picked up 3. But when I got home, the smell is different. It smells good, but it's not as good as this one. And I love this one. You know, this is special. So I had to order these. I ordered 3. Yep. I'm a perfume girl. Can't help that. And yeah, you know, Secret, you know, they have a new scent. This smells really good. It's berries. It's a deodorant, y'all. And yeah, I still got my Fendi perfume, you know. I had gotten this from my daughter. I still got my Fendi perfume. I don't really use it a whole lot. And I got Marc Jacob. Yeah, this one too. This smells very good. Yes, I do. I have a whole lot of perfume right here. You know. And I have some right up in here. As you can see, there go the pink candy. And this is the purple one. No, I bought 3. I bought 2. So this is it right here, the boxes. I didn't take it out the box. And these are the pink one that I told y'all about. Yeah. See, I just love perfume. And this right here, body serum, this is really great. This is what I cream my body with. You know, it helps with, you know, all that. I rub it on my tummy. You see, this is what it says it does for you. It firms, and it shapes, and it softens. So I use this all over my whole body, you know, because I'm not a lotion girl. I perspire too much, so I'm not into the lotion, you know. And, yeah. I did my laundry last night, you know. And this is the rest of the perfumes and stuff, body sprays and stuff under here, you know. And my deodorants. I have so many, you know, in my hair, serums and oils. And as I said before, this is good. This is good for wrinkles. Snail serum. I had ordered this, but as you can see how much I use, you know, I use it sparingly. I don't use it every day, but I use it sparingly. And this right here, this is snake venom. I ordered this too. This is for wrinkles and stuff. The snake serum is also for wrinkles too. So if I use one, I don't use the other. So lately I've been using the snake venom, you know. You just take a little drop, not much, and you put it around your forehead or around the eye area, you know, where you think you have wrinkles, you know. It's like slimy. It's a slimy liquid. This one here this is gooey. It's slimy, but a little gooey, you know. It doesn't, like, it's not sticky. You put it on and you keep using it, you know, you keep using your finger and it disappears. Yeah, it's very good, y'all. And, you know, you have to take care of yourself. If you don't, no one else will. I'm dead serious. You have to. And these right here I order from Marshalls. I usually get mine from these. These are the ones I bought from these. But I saw this at Marshall. The other one is a drawer. I'm using it right here. But it's not saying what it said on the box. It said because I use it to shave the ingrown hair that grows out under my chin, you know what I'm saying? I use that instead of plucking, because you know, I used to pluck and then I'll get some black marks under here, so I stopped doing that. Because when you pluck, it's not good. The hair goes back inside, so it's not good. And then you start getting bumps too. So I used to be getting marks and stuff when I pluck, so I stopped doing that. I still have the tweezers, but I stopped doing that. It's not good. So I started using these, but my friend was telling me, you know, it's gonna leave marks on my chin. It's just a little, well, that dark mark been there, you know, for some time from when I used to be plucking, but it's clearing up, you know. But I use that to shave this off. You can see I got another hormonal acne coming out. They come out sparingly, not as much as they used to. But I continue to use this liquid right here. Yeah, I use that because, like I said in the video before, the doctor stopped me from using the spiralactone. You know, it's not good for my health. So, but that used to clear up. It had cleared up a lot of the marks, because remember, this used to be bumpy and black. Yeah, but it cleared it up. But I still use the cream that I get from Shields. This clears it up. This is the cream right here. And believe it or not, this costs 30 bucks. I have a little in there, so I'm soon gonna have to call and have them send me another refill. But I use it sparingly. I use it like over here and over here, you know, and under here and around here. But yeah, they said these were supposed to be Japanese made or some crap like that. And they said it has something on it where it wouldn't like scar up your face if you shave with it. And it will eliminate giving you nips and naps, you know, those little cuts and stuff. That's a lie, because I got me a couple of nips while I was using it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the way I was holding it, but I used it after and I didn't get any. So I think you have to be careful how you do it, you know? Yeah, but I use this right here, you know, the vitamin C 20%. It clears up dark spots, you know, so I use that sometimes along with that cream. And this is the Pedre lava foam that I use on my face. Sometimes, you know, you shake it up and you have to take a cotton swab and spray it, and you just clean your whole face with it, you know. Yeah, do that. And, you know, I use this sometimes, the turmeric clear mask. This does wonders for your face. Yeah, I had ordered this from Temu. Yep. It does wonders for your face. It certainly do. And I use this to scrub my face, you know. Clearasil, stubborn acne. And this right here is good too. Yep. But I don't like use a whole lot of different kind of crap on my face, you know, because I don't really like breaking out. And this is very good. My granddaughters use this for their face. I only use it when I go to their house, but I had seen this and I bought this. I was going to give it to them. I forgot. I have to put it in a bag. But yeah, this is very good for your face and stuff, especially if you have sensitive skin and stuff like that. And don't forget the Dickinson's Witch Hazel toner, you know. I had one bottle and I use it up. So, you know, I use this too sometimes sparingly. Yeah. But, you know, you have to take care of yourself. You have to. And where is it? Oh my goodness. Let me see. Yeah, I woke up like 4 o'clock this morning and I didn't go back to sleep until 5:30. So I woke up at 10 a.m. this morning. I got up at 10 a.m. I was dreaming, and in the dream, you know, I was talking with my cousin, and he was telling me how nice my hair looks and all of that. I said, you put on weight, you look so nice. You know, that's what he was telling me. It was a nice dream, nothing bad. So I came out the dream and yeah, I decided to brush my teeth and then make my video. So yeah, these are for your hair. DHT blocker. This is for men and women. People that is losing their hair, you know, balding and stuff like that. Or you notice a lot of your hair is like breaking off and stuff. This is good. I ordered these from Temu. As you can see, they have some that has only 60 in it, but I like to get the one that has the 120 caps in it. So, you know, this is my second bottle. I just open it. So I've been using this. You take 2 capsules a day, and I've noticed a big change in my hair. You know, when I comb my hair, you don't see a lot of hair coming out, only a few strands now. And the balding area is coming back. You know, it's growing back. Yeah, look at outside. It's such a beautiful day. It is really beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, it is. I don't know if I'll be going out today. Maybe I need to run to Walmart. Oh my God. Yesterday, this nail right here, I had a fake nail over my nail. This is my nail right here. And it broke off yesterday while I was at the pantry handling the bananas. So when I took my glove off, it fell out. So when I came home, I decided to fix my nail. As you can see, it's fixed now. Oh my goodness. The crazy glue that I had, you know, I love to use the one with the brush. You brush it on. That was empty. I thought I had crazy glue in there. It was empty. But no, I didn't catch a panic attack like I usually do. I said, let me look into my drawers. I know I bought some. The weirdest thing, no, I didn't buy any. The ones that I bought is over at my daughter's house, because remember I told y'all I left a bag over there with my stuff from when I was there, when she was away working, but she's home now. So now I'm home. I'll pick my bag up sometime when I go over there. I don't know when, but it's okay. But you know, I had to use the other crazy glue that I have. You know, I still keep crazy glue in the tube, and I had some of that, so I had to use that. And oh my goodness, you know, I don't really like using it because when you put it on, it spreads over by the skin area and all of that. Then when I put the powder on, I have a whole mess around the skin area, and then I have to get that off. Oh my God, it was really something. But I got it off and I let it dry, and then I add some powder over the glue, the nail powder. I don't have no fake nail over this one. I add the powder, and the reason I had the fake nail on is because I didn't want to go start biting my real nail. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing very good. So I hurried up and I put the powder over my nail with the glue. I let it dry, and then I filed it down, and then I smooth it down. So ta-da, this is it right here. And then I polished it. This is it. Yeah. But that's probably what I'll have to go to Walmart to get. I was trying to order them online because they have some that's for $1.99. They have some that's for $1.98. And then there's other prices like $3 something and $4 something. Walmart, I think is $4 something, if not $3 for one. So I was trying to go the cheap route, but I am better off going to Walmart because the ones that is cheaper, delivery is expensive. So I am not gonna, if I ordered it online, I would have bought I would have bought like 5. But when I checked it out, it's costing a whole lot just to deliver that. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna be stupid and do that. So I'm just gonna walk over to Walmart. It's not far from my house. I'm gonna walk over there. But I don't have to do it today because I fixed the nail. But you know, I just like to have the stuff in my house just in case of emergency. If I don't go today, I'll go tomorrow. And hopefully they have. If they don't, I'll have to go to the beauty supply store, which is over by D's, and get it because they usually have. But I could have sworn I had bought some the last time I was there. No, I didn't. You know what it was? I bought the Vaseline Lip Therapy. I love that. You know, I bought like 5 of those because, you know, I like to use them on my lips, you know. And then I'll use my Nick of New York, you know, lipstick. You know, it's like a shimmery brown lipstick. It's called Loud, L-O-U-D. They have different colors, but I don't like bright colors and stuff on my lips, so I like that. It matches right with my complexion, so I like to use that on my lip. You know what I'm saying? With the cocoa, with the they have it in cocoa butter care also, but I saw some at Marshall's, but I didn't want the cocoa care because it's gonna smell like. So I just get the Vaseline Lip Therapy, you know, and I put that on my lips. I don't like to use chapstick. It's too gooey. It's too sticky. I don't like that, you know. So I like the damn, I just said it. the lip therapy, you know, the plain, you know. So yeah. And that's a story about the lipstick also. I had one left in my bag. I was like, oh my God, I am running out. I went looking in my drawer to see if I had any more. And by golly, I didn't. And I was like shitting bricks. So I ordered mine because down here you can't find them. You can't find them. Well, I haven't found them yet. And I've been into a lot of beauty supply stores and stuff. Even check out the flea market. You can't find Nikki of New York, the lipstick. You can't find them. You know what I'm saying? Not down here. They have them in New York because that's where I bought them at. That's how I fell in love with them, you know? But I ordered it, you know. I looked up online one time and I found it. So guess what? Anytime I think I'm going to be running out, I usually buy like 5 or 6 one time, and they're not expensive. Loud, that's the color that I like to wear. It said loud, but it's not a loud color. It's like my complexion. And when you put it on, it doesn't go on like a thick brown or nothing like that. It's like a light brown. It's very nice, and it's sheer. It's very nice. I love it. So, you know, I ordered some. I'll show y'all. I ordered 6. You see? There's another one in the drawer. This is it right here. Nick. It's a cream lipstick. This is it right here. Can you see it? This is what I order. This is what I love. So this is the lipstick that I use. You know, I always carry this in my bag or my pouch. I have to have it because my lips are pink. I think they got that way because I used to lick my lips all the time. I was always licking my lips. You know, when they get dry, I used to always lick them. So I stopped doing it. You know, I use the Cocoa Care or the regular one, but I like to use the regular one. So I always walk around with that. And I use my NK New York Loud. Yep. So I love it, you know. And getting back to this manages your hormone acne also. The DHT blocker, it manages that. Yeah, so that's why I use these. I take them. So I haven't been getting a whole lot of acne. And this is the hair vitamins that I use for your hair, skin, and your nails. It has biotin. Also, the DHT blocker has biotin in it too. So I don't use this as much. I use the DHT now, you know. This I was using, you know, for my hair and stuff like that. It grows your hair and stuff like that. But since I found out about the DHT, I slackened down with this. You know, I don't really take this as much. I use the DHT. If I run out of the DHT blocker, I'll go back on this until I order some more. But I have 2 in transit right now. You know, I ordered them from Temu. So I have 2 coming, and they are not expensive. They like $4 and change. The one that is 60, that costs like maybe $5 or something, but I like to get a lot for my money, so I buy the one that has 120 in it. Yeah, it lasts longer. So, and they are great for your hair. It's good for balding and all of that and stuff like that. And if your hair is breaking off and stuff, the DHT blocker is good for that. It has saw melpato in there too. You know, it has a lot of good ingredients in there. And as you know, I mentioned before, the saw melpato, they sell that separate. That's for men that suffer with prostate cancer, that has the prostate stuff going on down there. That is good for that. I made a video about that before. And yeah. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Make sure y'all buy them beets. Those of you that like beets, because a lot of people don't like beets, but a lot of people don't really know much about beets. That's why I think people don't like stuff, because if they don't know about it, they're not going to try it. But it's good to try stuff, you know, try to read up about it and stuff like that, and try it. You might like it. Me, I always liked beets, but I never used to eat them a lot. And you know, beets are good for your blood. But now that I found out so much about the beets, you know, I did my research. Whenever they have beets out, you know, I get them, you know, I get them. And I cook them, you know. You could even make smoothies out of beets, you know. They're healthy. You can Google up beets and see. You don't have to take my word for it. And don't throw out the leaves anymore. Wash them suckers off properly and boil them, you know. It was saying that you can boil them with salt, but me, I'm not into the salt, and I don't want my pressure to be rising, so I just boil mine plain, you know, just put it in the water, fill the pot up, and I chop them suckers up and I put them in there and let them boil. And I let it boil until it got really soft. It is so soft and mushy. And you can eat that. You can eat that. After you strain the water off, you can save the mushy leaves and you can eat it. So that's what I did. I saved the leaves. I ate some last night, and I have some left in a container that I'm going to eat later today. It's all good for you. And you can also take the leaves, of course, wash them, and you can chop them up and put them in your salad. I have some in my refrigerator because I'm going to use them, you know, to add to my salad. As a matter of fact, I had some last night because I made me a little salad, and I added some to it, you know, and it tastes pretty good. It tastes pretty good. So I had the mushy one that I ate with my chicken. What is it? I had chicken with noodles, chicken Alfredo. Yeah, I had some with that, and I also had some in the salad, you know, the chopped up ones, you know, a little. So I am quite sure that my blood pressure is gonna stay down. I keep doing that. It will stay down. Cause you know, I get excited at times, and you know, if I see something, I read something tragic, you know, my anxiety just goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? I get angry if I hear bad news. I get angry, and you know, it just be going crazy, you know. And that's why I try to stay positive, and I don't really be up into people, because people always bringing their goddamn drama to you, you know what I'm saying? And they just cause havoc in your bodies and my body, you know. So I don't have time with it, you know. I have a soft heart for anyone, but sometimes people just come to you if they know that you're that way, or they sense that you're that way. They just love to drop they bombs on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good, because I tend to pity people a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't scorn people, but I pity them a lot. And like I told my therapist, I'd rather not be in no group session. I like one-on-one, me and her. I don't like group sessions because I will be sitting up there listening to all these people's stories, and I will be feeling sorry for them and all of that. Want to help and all of this. Who the heck am I? I'm not God Almighty. No, I'm not. I don't mind helping, but I cannot help the whole entire world. And people out there, they love to beg. They just love to beg. A lot of them pretend that they're in these bad situations when they are not. They just want to drain you. And you have to stay away from all that negativity. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I give when I can give. But other than that, I don't like being around a whole lot of people. I don't. I get along with people, but I do not like being around a lot of people, because there's people out there, they're fake. Oh my God. You ever seen a person cry bucket of tears? Come to find out they're just faking it. People fake everything every day. I am dead serious, and I don't have time with that. SHIT. So it's like something tells me I choose certain people to help. You know, it's something inside of me that guides me to certain people. It don't guide me to everyone to help them. It's something, maybe it's God Almighty, but something guides me to certain people. I don't just go to everybody and do this. Something just guides me to the person, you know? But yeah. It's crazy. It is really crazy. It's crazy out there. So, you know, if you want to stay sane, leave all that craziness alone. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. Because it'll make you just as crazy. Yep. Folks always say I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. You know. Because the things that I say sometimes, you know, it just comes out of my mouth, or, you know, I'm just a jovial person, you know. I joke a lot and stuff like that. Yeah, I can get serious, but I can joke too, you know. And a lot of people, they get offended from that, you know. They like to joke, but when you joke, they get angry, you know. There's a lot of them out there. I met a lot of them out there. I call them clowns, because if you can joke on somebody, why you can't take a damn joke? I know some jokes are out of the way and stuff like that, but when they freaking joke and theirs are out of the way, they don't see it. They only see yours. So, you know, I joke, but I joke accordingly, you know, with certain people, you know, because you can't joke with everybody. Yeah. So, yeah, if I don't get if I don't go out to get the crazy glue today, I'll get it tomorrow. But I'm not in no rush. But you know me, I love to have crazy glue around me, you know. Crazy glue, that's another friend of mine. Crazy glue. And the brush. I'm so glad that they came out with the brush, because the bottle wasn't getting it for me, you know. I have a couple of those. I keep some of that around, but because, you know, if you have to glue something, you can't just use the brush, because it's not going to stick. It do with the nail, but it's not going to, you know, like say you have something broken and you have to fix it. You need the tube. Yeah. But I love Crazy Glue, you know. I never tried super glue on my nails. I'm not really into the super glue, you know. Crazy Glue is the one. And I don't like the glues that they use in the shop, in the salons, you know. I tried some of those. I don't really like them because they don't really work for me. So Crazy Glue is the one. They gave it the perfect name. Crazy Glue. Yeah. So folks, I'm gonna go get the grooming now. You know, I've been talking long enough. I don't see my cousins out. Nope, I don't see them out. Nobody is out by the water today. Maybe they're resting or they went somewhere else. But they'll be around. Yeah. They certainly will. And the sun is out. It's just a beaming down right here. It's beaming down on me. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's beaming down. There's clouds in the air. I don't see no dark clouds, so we probably not gonna get no showers. But of course, this is Florida. Surprise, 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 you know. I think it rained a little yesterday in the evening. I think it did because the ground was really wet. But you know, I was in there making my tea and stuff, so I wasn't really looking outside. But I did take my umbrella. And by the way, I did buy an umbrella from Marshall's the last time I went there, which was last week. I saw this big black one, you know, Nautica. It folds. It's like to the size of right here and right here, or maybe a little longer. About my arm, you know, but yeah, I bought it. It's big. When you open it, it is so big, and it's black. And I only got it for like $6. No, not from Marshall's. Marshall's didn't have no umbrellas. They had the little tiny ones that you travel with. I got it from Ross, and I got it for $6. It was supposed to be for $10 or $11, but I got it for $6. So, you know, I bought it. And the reason I bought it is because it was set up. It was raining, believe it or not. It was pouring down rain before I got to Marshall. Then when I got over there, it had stopped. But it was really dark outside. And I hurried up and I got into Ross because Marshall's didn't have it. And by the time I was in Ross, oh my goodness, the rain came down. It was pouring down rain. You could hear it hitting on the ceiling and stuff like that. And here go this cute little doggy right here. I don't remember seeing this one. This must be new, black and white. Yeah, and the rain was just coming down like crazy. And guess what? I bought the umbrella. And you know, when I go into Ross and stuff like that, and D's and Marshalls, I take hours. I stay hours in those stores because you have to look around for the deals. If you don't look around, you're not going to find no good deals. So I was in Ross and I was looking around and stuff. And believe it or not, I found it and I bought it. And by the time I was ready to leave, the rain stopped. You wouldn't believe it. The sun came out. It was bright outside. It looked like it never even rained. But I had already bought the umbrella, so now I have 3. Wait a minute. I have 4. I'm usually a person that keep a lot of umbrellas. When I was in New York, I used to have so many umbrellas, and I didn't buy them, you know. I used to get them, collect them, you know. I'm not going to say collect them from where, but I used to get them. And I used to have a lot of umbrellas. Well, I'll tell y'all where I used to get them from. You know, I worked at New York City College of Technology. And once upon a time, you know, like people students and other folks that come to the college, somebody always leaving umbrellas around and stuff like that. So, at night, we're security. So, we always collect whatever items that was left and we put it in this area where they call it the lost and found. And sometimes stuff stays there for months, and nobody returned to collect it. So at the end of several months, the supervisors would tell us we have to clear out that area, get rid of all of that stuff. So that's how I used to collect my umbrellas. Whenever they say get rid of the stuff, you can take whatever you want, whatever is there, because they throwing it out. So that's how I used to get the umbrellas. So I used to have so many umbrellas at my house. Medium size, small, large. Yeah, I used to rack up on them. And you need umbrellas, especially when it's gonna rain. It always gonna rain unless you live in the desert or something like that. But you always need an umbrella. The earth survives off of water, so it's good to have them. But when I was leaving to come to Florida, I couldn't bring all those umbrellas with me. I only brought one, a small one, because you're not allowed to have all these big things on you. So I gave away the umbrellas that I had, and I just came down here with a little small one. But I have 4 now. One I bought from the flea market. That one is that's, as a matter of fact, that's a Nautica also, but it's red, white, and blue. I bought that from the flea market, and I had gotten it for $10. And this Haitian lady was selling it, so I got it for $10. And the reason I bought it is because it was gonna rain that day, so I didn't want to leave the flea market and I didn't want to get wet, so that's how I ended up buying it. And I have a smaller one, not a real small one, but I have a nice size one, black. That's 1, 2, 3. And I have a tall one, the tall umbrella. It's like a lime green. Yeah, I have that. I only use that like one time. I don't really like to use it because it's so big. It's not big, but I don't like to use the long umbrellas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, that's enough for me. I don't need any more. But, yeah, you see somebody is in the pool. This lady just came down. She's in the pool swimming. And there go Winston over there. He walking outside. I was looking for him yesterday so I could give him some beets and stuff, but I didn't see him. But I think I'll give him some of those sausages today, Yeah. Yep. That's the Marine veteran from Guyana, Yeah. And now they have a new system that they're doing at the Soldier Angels. They have the form online and you have to fill it out and you have to download your information, how you make, your money and stuff like that, so they can see, So I did that the other day, They send it to me, so I did it, So before they just used to ask the question, like how much people is in your household, how much is a veteran, how much is retired, if you have any kids, and they want to know your income and, stuff like that. But this time they want to see proof. So, you know, I made copies of mine and I downloaded it to them, you know. So they just text me back. They sent me an email the other day telling me they received it, you know. If they need any more information, they'll get back to me and stuff like that. I hope they don't need no more information, because what more information would they want? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, things are changing. But, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, Mr. Ralph, the Navy veteran, you know, the one that supposed to be is married. I call it a catfish. Well, he told me that he's going to be moving in October, you know, him and his wife. She apparently lives in Miami, and her mom is there now too. So he's going to be moving down there. So he claimed he's moving in October around midnight. So I want to see if this really is going to be his move for real. I just hope this man is not giving up his apartment, being foolish, chasing after a damn catfish that he think he's married to. He didn't go to a wedding. He didn't go, had no ceremony and nothing like that. He's wearing a silver wedding band. Never met this person. He sends money to this person, and it's not alleged. This is what he told me. He sends like $400 or $500. Well, those are the figures he told me. He probably send more. But folks, don't be fooled by these people. Catfishes, they are out there. They're all over the internet, all on these love sites and stuff like that. You have to be careful. You have to be aware. Do not send your money out there to these people. Oh my God. He is being suckered. I am telling you, he never met this so-called wife. Nothing. They only text. She can't show her face or whatever to him because she could get in trouble. This is what he said. Everyone here is telling him, no, 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 you're being fooled. It's a catfish, but he doesn't want to listen. So he's a Pisces. And people that don't like to listen, they just feel the hard way. You know what I'm saying? They just feel the hard freaking way. And let's hope he don't unalive himself. Let's hope not. But if he do, we'll never know about it. Because if he move, we'll never see or hear from him again. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel it's a big hurricane about to happen. And the earth is going to swallow him up. Him and his poor little doggy. And one of my cousins is out. You see it over there? I don't know if it's a female or male. You see the white? I think that's a swan. You see it in there? They have the long necks. Yeah, it's out there. It's standing in the water, y'all. Just standing in the water. Yep, that's the only one so far. And this lady is enjoying the pool. She's just swimming. Yep, she's enjoying it. I haven't been in the pool, you know, because it'd be so hot down there, and they don't have no umbrellas out. They just wouldn't bring umbrellas. They have the yawning right on the side, so I guess they figure you go in the pool, you can sit under there. I like to sit out on those blue chairs over there. You see the lounging chairs, but there's no shade, you know, and I'm not going to be sitting out there in the sun because the sun be really hot. I love the sun, but it be really hot. And, you know, this girl don't want to sit out in the sun and get some damn cancer or whatever when I don't have to, you know, when I shouldn't be. Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to end my video right now. That was a long chat. Nice talking to you all. Make sure y'all get them beet leaves and boil it and drink it. You know, you can add a little honey to it if you use honey or if you use sugar. I'm not really into the sugar, just a little honey. But yeah, peace. Enjoy y'all day. Stay blessed. Keep smiling, keep shining.